Welcome to Meet Your Monsters. If your sole consideration when purchasing a new car is trunk space, then this is the podcast for you.
Now, is that soul, S-O-U-L, or S-O-L-E?
Soul as in the only.
Oh, okay.
See, souls don't have shit for trunk space. They're fucking tiny.
Okay, my name is Abram Macon. These are my friends.
Kathleen.
Matt. Colby.
Derek?
We are minus a friend tonight. Not for a tragic reason.
No, yeah, she's fine.
She's okay.
No, there's something inside of her, guys.
Yeah, trying to get out. Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
It's funny because it's true. Like, it really is trying to get out.
Yeah.
Just taking its time.
Sarah's going to have a baby, so she won't be back for a while. But hopefully
It's
soon.
kind of like a chest burster, but different.
Vagina burster.
Yeah.
She's going to hear that and be scared.
Okay, for you at home, Meet Your Monsters is a podcast in which I show my friends horror movies that I love, and we find out if they love them too or just think my taste in movies sucks. This week's movie was the 1989 Deepstar Six, written by Louis Abernath and Jeff Miller, sorry. My handwriting is quite shitty.
You thought Jeff was Greg?
That's pretty bad.
I said my handwriting is quite shitty. Okay, the movie was directed by Sean S. Cunningham, which you guys probably know of. What did you guys think of this movie?
Oh, you're not going to tell us who he is?
Oh,
Thanks.
he was the creator of Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
I thought you guys, being nearly 30 episodes into a horror podcast, know a little thing or two.
This is a horror
You told me that
podcast?
yesterday, and I still was like, who?
Yeah. I understand.
I don't watch any of these movies. I just make shit up.
He's got Cliff Notes for all of these.
He's spending hundreds of dollars on Cliff Notes. Or Spark Notes.
I read all the scripts online.
Okay, I suppose I should go into my thing. Okay, so when I was a kid, we watched this movie, and with my brothers and like we typically do, and there was something really awesome to me about a deep sea monster, like this thing underwater. I don't remember exactly how we came to see this movie. We might have just rented it or something, but I remember thinking it's fucking awesome. And watching it now, it's been years and years since I saw it, and it didn't quite hold up, but it was still awesome. I still enjoyed it. What did you guys think?
Yeah, that was okay.
Boring.
It was a solid monster movie.
I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to disagree with you there. It was not a solid monster movie.
Yeah, because there wasn't
It
a lot
was
of
a
monster
disaster
in it.
movie with a monster thrown in.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, solid was the wrong word to use. I just mean, like...
It
It was
semi.
There was in fact
It was a
monster.
gaseous
It was a
monster movie.
semi-hard movie.
Liquid.
Okay, follow us through the darkness of our wasted and festering memories as we struggle to recall the movie we just watched with this week's sinister synopsis. Okay, I'm stealing this right off of Wikipedia. I have figured out that Wikipedia does a pretty good synopsis. Far better than the IMDb.
Yeah.
Okay, Deepstar Six is an American science fiction horror film about the struggles of the crew of an underwater military outpost to defend their base against the attacks of a sea monster, possibly a giant eruptorid. The film's main actors and supporting players include Greg Evigan, Taurine... Damn, these names are hard.
Now, can I say something
Black,
about Greg Evigan, I think was his name?
Sure, just as soon as I'm done with my... No, go ahead.
Did anybody else spend the first 30 minutes of the movie like, holy shit, Michael Bean's in this movie?
No.
I totally thought it was him. I was like, that's the guy from Aliens. And then, like, as we kept going, I was like, wait a minute, that's not him. Who the hell is this guy? Greg Evigan.
I didn't think it looked like him at all, but
Maybe you weren't paying attention.
I'm pretty familiar with Michael Bean, so...
You're going to call Michael after this and be like, you would not believe what this guy said.
Yeah, you would not believe Colby's ignorance about this movie. But Michael Bean is sort of an every guy, so I guess it's not weird to have, to be mistaken.
I bet that guy that was in Twin Peaks, what was his name?
Was it Miguel Ferrer?
Yeah.
That guy always plays a jerk, but you were saying that.
Yeah.
I literally had that a note written about that. Like, is it in this guy's contract that he can like only play an unrelenting dick?
Okay, you know what? I was rooting for that guy because he was doing his job and everybody kept picking on him. So he deserved all the revenge he got.
But he started from
That guy
from word one out of that dude's mouth. He was a fucking
Did he get any
dickhole.
revenge?
Yeah, that
He
you stabbed that
exploded.
guy with the air thing.
That was
and
an
that guy
accident.
called him an idiot, so he fucking deserved it.
Okay,
Motherfucker.
but when you say to a guy, and I was in the Navy, so I know how this goes. They're that dumb, but I was that dumb. But when you say to a guy, secure the missiles, and he detonates them, whether the manual that he's going through in his fucking like 80s computer says detonate the missile, he should have had enough common sense to go, is that really what I should do? Blow
Are
the shit
they
up?
not
I should
secure,
ask.
though?
I should
Did
ask.
anybody use those against
Maybe
it?
you should have asked how far away they were first.
Right.
How far away are those missiles, guys?
And so what? He made a mistake. So what? Sue him. You know? Big deal.
He did in fact secure the missiles from aggressive takeover and doom them all. Okay, let's jump right into it. Let's see here. Now the fun starts with everyone's favorite pieces and parts. Okay, whose favorite part was when that guy backed into that spear thing and it went...
That's pretty awesome.
That was my favorite part.
I liked when he didn't decompress the little escape pod and he just like
Yeah.
crushed himself.
Yeah.
I liked that part when they were you saw him getting ready to do it in the shower. I didn't like it. It confused me. Nothing confused me. Made me
Sex
sad for the poor
confuses you,
guy.
Colby?
It made me feel bad for the poor guy because, like, could you imagine how hard it must have been to get his clothes off? Like after they got all wet, he's just there like, "Oh, we're gonna do it. Hold on, God damn it!
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear that ass up. God, this fucking sweater."
Let me peel these pants off.
My favorite part was definitely him getting bitten in half when he was inside the suit.
That
And
was
then,
awesome.
yeah.
That was so awesome. It was the box art. It was just that half a suit all floating there, all fucked up.
That's pretty
With the
awesome.
guts hanging out, yeah.
Yeah,
If you never saw the poster for this movie, that's pretty cool.
they had it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with the gore, as little as there was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. I really liked when she went to check his leg in that little submarine thing, and the blood was like bubbling out of the water. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. 'Cause it would kind of shoot out as the arteries are pushing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think a baby would survive a decompression chamber?
Let's find out.
Sarah were here. She
I
could
heard
tell
that, you
us.
know, because that girl was pregnant and she'd been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah. It's gonna have a third arm at
Yeah.
least.
That's an interesting question. I really don't know. Okay. For each movie, Kathleen digs through all the dirt and slime of the filthy internet to bring us this week's terrifying trivia.
Yay. You see his name, Miguel Ferrer,
I'll take it.
the guy who's always a jerk.
Sure.
He played Snyder in this.
Uh-huh.
He's cousins with George Clooney.
Whoa.
Mhm. That was like 90% of his IMDb facts. So.
They didn't even have his picture on Wikipedia.
What? Did they just put George Clooney's picture there?
Cousins.
This guy's cousin.
They just put a picture of a dick. I don't know. It was weird.
Was it George Clooney's dick?
Only hope.
Right. Writer Louis Abernathy sold his script at the same time that his friend James Cameron was working on his own underwater monster saga. And despite Cameron's asking that he delay this movie to avoid competing with The Abyss, Abernathy went ahead and it caused a pretty big rift in their friendship. Yeah, and that rift was later mended in 1995 while working together on some Titanic stuff. But The Abyss actually killed this one.
Titanic brought me closer to a lot of people, too.
Me and James got pretty close during that time. We rode in his little underwater submarine yellow thing with a bubble on the front.
You start calling him Jim.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
I should call him Jay.
Alright, well, this movie, or The Abyss really killed this movie. This movie, just in the U.S., made $8,143,225, and The Abyss made, just in the U.S., $54,222,000.
That's a little better.
Like a little bit more.
Just a little better.
$1 million is still a lot.
And those are 89 prices.
That's like $500 million now.
Alright, and then Cindy Pickett, who played Diane Norris, was also the mom in Ferris Bueller, and the mom from Son-in-Law.
As it's I remember from son-in-law. Did anybody else notice
Two
that
classics.
the less attractive lady was the one who like sacrificed herself? She's like, "No, you're pretty. Let me fight this monster."
Speaking of that lady, I watched it the whole time thinking she looked just like the mom from Oculus, Katie Sackhoff.
Oh,
and
she
everybody
kinda
else.
does.
Who else knew that she was gonna die when she started talking about going home, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called it. I was like, now that guy, the girl, and their baby are going to live at her house, like, rent-free because she's dead.
Told us that we could have her house before she died.
Okay, but I'm still not confident that they made it out of there because at the end of the movie, they're stuck in the middle of the fucking ocean on a life raft. I'm just gonna say that's not easy to get out
I
of.
hope when a nuke goes off, somebody's like, maybe we should check that out. Though.
This is the Navy we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Do you think on their
Set
way,
off nukes every day.
do you think on their way, like out in the escape pod, you're saying stuff like, "Fuck, I almost got out of it. I gotta raise this fucking kid."
He kept jumping in front of the monster's mouth.
I hope you don't eat me. Oh,
Yeah. What did you guys think of the monster? I thought it was
it was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's why I was really disappointed by it too, because I was like, "Why is this monster only in here for like 5 seconds? Like this should have been. I should have seen this thing the whole goddamn movie because this was awesome."
Yeah.
I didn't care for it too much. I thought its eyes were in a really weird spot. Like, there's his eyes, and then the roof of his mouth was like maybe 3 inches away from his eyes. Seemed kind of weird.
I like the way it was able to bite with that sort of weird.
The 3 flap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the predator mouth.
Yeah. It was like an underwater trimmer creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody else
Cool.
notice the British guy when he got wet looked just like Hulk Hogan?
Did
I
not-
was like, leg drop the monster.
He's running wild.
Hours of effort and creativity go into making a movie, and there's always some asshole just waiting to shit on it. And so, on behalf of the underappreciated horror filmmakers, we are here to take revenge with the critical critique.
My God, they've all gone.
So not very many reviews. Brian McKay and Scott Weinberg. Brian McKay said a completely intolerable ripoff of The Abyss and about 10 other movies. Which you said, I mean, they came out in the same year. I don't know how likely that is that like they actually did just rip it off.
Kathleen made it sound like they were being written at the same time.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm saying like I don't know. You hear about people like hearing about a movie like, isn't that what happened with like the asteroid movies?
I'm gonna get to that in the themes because there's a lot of interesting things that happen with how movies release.
Okay. Well, anyway, so and the other one says it's better than Sphere at 1/10 the price.
The Sphere didn't come out until way later.
1998.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What a waste of fucking 8 words.
And that wasn't even.
better than Howard the
Duck.
And
Guardians of the Galaxy was way better than Star Wars.
So I went to their website, efilmcritic.com, and their website is shit. And apparently it says that they've never reviewed it on their website. So I was trying to put that in context to try to figure out what the fuck he was talking about, but could not. So yeah, these people wasted all their fucking time saying that.
It is time once again to meet your monster.
Fitting, as it was the ocean. This monster, as defined by John Landis, is nature's revenge. Almost calamari, the subcategory of nature's revenge, but it wasn't quite an octopus.
Yeah. It was a deep sea creature.
Like a crustacean.
They said it was an arthropod, didn't they?
And then he asked,
Arthropod has jointed legs. They said anthropod, I think.
yeah,
Which I don't know what the fuck that means.
Wouldn't it have to be an alien because it was able to live underwater and then survive, like,
On the surface?
yeah.
oh, it would just be a crazy animal.
Well, I mean, it wasn't above the water for too long.
Yeah.
Seemed
I
very
like that
lobster-like to me, and it seems like lobsters survive that.
I like that part though when she was like, it's an arthropod, and she goes, "Can we kill it?" And that Hulk Hogan guy, who's just, how the fuck would I know? Like, shoot it, we'll see.
Yeah, for scientists.
Judging by its eyes, how the fuck would I know? Also, you're in the Navy. Would they have shotguns on a
I
submarine?
was gonna.
What do they need them for?
Okay, so,
Tourists.
I wondered about that. Like, I mean, they might have them for like self-defense in case of like a hijacking.
in case somebody gets all crazy down there,
Oh,
they
Captain
might have.
Phillips.
But I wouldn't think that they would have any weapons unless they had some sort of security person, you know. Because when I was on the ship and they had a whole security department, so they had guns. The rest of us really didn't. I did when I worked security, but
They weren't like, you're here to study marine like life. Here's a shotgun.
There's two rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Very unprotected nuclear missiles.
And the gun that they did give me, I couldn't get out of the holster anyway. So
You shoot with the holster on.
this is the true
Is that a
story.
video of the guy who puts his gun in the holster and shoots himself in the leg?
This is an absolutely true story. So they give me the gun, the holster. I put it on, and I'm trying to remove the gun from the holster, and it won't come out. I'm like, what's going on? This thing won't come out. And he says, well, these new holsters are made for security, so no one can pull the gun out while it's on you. It has to be pulled forward and up. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm pulling forward and up, and the shit's not moving at all. And he says, well, if anything happens, just try to take cover. I'm like, fuck you guys.
You think it was all one solid piece? Like, it wasn't even a gun in a holster. It just was like carved out.
I
of one
put the
piece of
gun
plastic.
in the holster.
Oh,
I
did
put
you?
the bullets in the gun in the holster. And eventually I was able to like work it out of there. I had to like fucking crowbar to that thing. But yeah, it was like some fancy holster you got. Jeez. Just try to take cover. Yeah, thanks, Dick. Okay, here on Meet Your Monsters, we'd like to examine all forms of depravity. And so now for the mathematically perverted, the Colby count.
Alright. There were 0 boobs in this movie. The only boobs I saw were the ones on the porn site I was looking at on my phone while I was watching this movie.
This movie didn't have your full attention.
No. And there were 9 bodies, but here's something I noticed, is the people in this movie did a pretty good job of killing themselves. I have it, the monster killing 5 people, mistakes killing 4.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But you know, I actually really like that because accidents when people are scared happen all the time, and I think that's probably pretty good. It's
Yeah.
probably pretty accurate. Like that guy backing into that spear. They never had any weird training for shark spears or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just randomly firing shotguns.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. They're lucky they didn't kill all of them. I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed a favorite scene of mine.
What?
The Snyder guy. See, I really like this guy. He was kind of my kind of anti-hero for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I like when the Michael Biehn looking guy came up to him, was talking shit, and he just grabbed him and headbutted him. That's fucking awesome, man. He went for it. He's like, I'm headbutting this motherfucker.
I really liked after he like accidentally exploded his chest with the spear thing that the lady said like, did you see what happened to Van Grubels or whatever the fuck his name was? I like to think that if nobody else had said something, like she was gonna follow up with that was fucking rad.
I mean, like, I'm sad he's dead, but that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You guys might not have liked him, but can we all agree them holding him down and giving him a shot was wrong? That was wrong.
How is that wrong?
Holding somebody down and giving him a shot against their will?
He
was freaking out.
He was.
That's
He
fine.
was.
That's his prerogative.
He was threatening the
But
rest
he
of the group.
also. Oh, sorry.
If they said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a shot," and he said, "No," they gotta respect that.
He was threatening
I
their
had to kill
safety.
his ass.
He wasn't threatening anybody.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to take the escape pod. He was freaking out. He was causing more problems than he
like
was.
that.
Could have killed them all with jettisoning the
They
escape
shouldn't have
pod.
judged him, called him an idiot and all that stuff. Fucking, they deserved it. He's not a really good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of his actions up until the escape pod could have been forgivable, I think.
The escape pod was sort of the culmination of his many fuck ups into one major
Well, and he
fuck
was
up.
hallucinating.
Yeah.
From the drug they gave him against his will, which was wrong.
Yeah, but
Fuck that guy.
I'm surprised he's able to walk after sedatives.
Yeah.
Didn't really seem to do anything. The
No.
shot.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you give him?
Sterile
Amphetamine?
water.
Is that not what he needed?
Okay, the films we discuss on this podcast are horrifying, but sometimes real life is even more fucked up. Brace yourself for the nefarious news.
So, in National Geographic, there is a story about how there is now, everybody's heard of the giant squids, but now they're saying that there are also colossal squids, which are much larger. Average estimated length is 43 feet, which is larger than a school bus. The one that they found that they're estimating this off of was 13 feet long, weighed almost 1,000 pounds. Its eyes were the size of dinner plates.
What kind of dinner are we talking?
Fancy
What if
dinner,
you're-
like
like-
fucking bone china.
What if you're having like salad? You know, because that's not a very big plate.
Right. But that's not a dinner plate, that's a salad plate.
So you should define it. Just say how big it is. You know.
Right, yeah, I would prefer an actual measurement. I agree
And
with
could
you
it
there.
be a spherical measurement, like a basketball, a softball, a baseball, somewhere in the spherical realm? Maybe
Yeah.
that's not. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Maybe it's a weird size though.
Who
Maybe
gives a
it's
shit?
like in between a basketball and a beach ball.
It said like it's like a half inflated beach ball.
It's like my eyes if they were bigger than this.
It's like my eyes, but like, pow, like huge. It also has like very large hooks on all of its tentacles. So basically, this thing is a real kraken, and it's fucking terrifying.
Coming soon, the squid hooker.
The largest ones, if you were to make, it says if you were to make calamari, the rings would be the size of tractor tires.
Okay, see, there's something. Now that's something I can relate to. You know.
But tractors have the big tires in the back and the small tires in the front.
Dumb motherfuckers.
They don't want us to actually pinpoint how big this fucking thing is.
Yeah. You guys don't need to know.
Yeah.
We're sciencing it over here.
Yeah.
The headline says, "Big as fuck squid discovered."
I saw a picture. It said it was the size of a house. So those things are pretty fucking big.
Again, well, whose house? You talking a shack? You talking a mansion? What's going on here?
Like one of those Friday the 13th shanties that Jason would hold up his mom's head in. You know. Oh, let's get meta about murder with Matt's themes and tropes.
Okay. Yeah, so this movie came out in a year where there was no less than 5 other movies about deep sea exploration and the shit that goes wrong down there. There was the Leviathan, the Rift, the Evil Below, Lords of the Deep, and of course the Abyss. And this kind of ties back into Hollywood movies kind of being a weird timestamp for where people are mentally, but it's usually off by 1 to 3 years because that's how long it takes for a movie to be made. And I think the reason that we got so many deep sea movies around this time was because, well, this movie was written in 1987 and the Challenger explosion was 1986. So I think collectively we all just said, damn space, you scary. We're not going to do any more space movies. Let's go explore something else, like the deep sea.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
I think I think that the like deep sea movies are truly fucking terrifying
Yeah.
because I'm very much afraid of the ocean and like just whatever shit is down there, and they're always finding scarier shit all the time. And like just the idea that everything, I mean, in space is the same obviously, but like just like one minor fuck up and you are dead.
But I gotta say though, I don't understand the people that like you that are afraid of the ocean. I think it's awesome.
I'm terrified.
I mean, when you're under the ocean 1,000 feet, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, but I mean, like, would you be uncomfortable with like swimming on the beach or the ocean?
Yes.
See, that's what I mean. Like, I don't understand that. I think it was awesome.
I'd be totally willing to take the risk of dying to go to space, but to go underwater, like, no fucking way.
Are you going to sign up for the Mars mission?
Oh, dude, I will sign up for anything. Like, even if they're just gonna shoot a rocket, like they're not even like it's never coming back. I'd be like, all right, that's fine.
That is pretty much like word for word, like the contract he signed.
Yeah.
because they were taking volunteers for the Mars mission.
But I'm not
And
even
it's-
not
they're
even if it
telling,
was going to
like,
Mars. They're just like, we're just gonna shoot a rocket into space.
They're saying like straight up, you're not coming back. Like once you're there, you're there.
Yeah. What else you got, Matt?
Yeah, I'm going back to the deep impact thing that Derek was talking about, because like Cracked brought this up too. The reason they think that Deep Impact and Armageddon came out at the same time is that a year before that, an asteroid narrowly missed Earth. And
So that's where they got all the asteroid movies?
Mhm.
That's fascinating.
yeah, like I said, it's a weird timestamp.
So if something happens and then everybody wants to go like do underwater movies and then there's an asteroid and everybody does asteroid movies, it's just constant porno.
Everybody wants to get.
Everybody wants to kill it. I'm like, there's never been a break in the porn industry
never, ever.
since somebody went, hey, look, you can take 2 pictures at the same time. Somebody's like, I'm fucking somebody in front of that.
I think as soon as they could like draw, they're like, all right, fuck.
Yeah.
Scraping that on the side of case.
Yeah.
They said those literally were like the very first things that were filmed like shortly
Porno,
after.
yeah.
And that was like they were like they were portrayed as documentaries, but they were documentaries with like nude colonies and naturalist women.
Yeah.
I'll watch them to learn more.
Somebody said, "Oh my God, look what this thing does," and they're like, "Let's get a girl naked." Yeah, I don't know. I really like this movie. It's not a it's when you compare it to The Abyss. Oh God, it just gets destroyed. But
I've never seen The Abyss.
We'll watch it eventually
Okay.
because it is a fucking great movie, and it deserved every bit of its 50 million or whatever it was that it destroyed this movie with.
Have you ever seen the alternate ending to that?
I have the special edition, so maybe, but I don't remember.
Don't say it, because I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's alternate ending.
Well, it might give me a clue as to how the original ending is.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Just
say
say
it
it.
anyway because I don't give a shit.
Brother.
Save it.
They almost like wipe out civilization with a giant tsunami wave.
There you go.
Huh.
There's a giant
That's the
tsunami.
regular ending.
Well, what? Shit! What happens in the?
It's a lot. That's why
They stop it. Like,
Yeah. Way to go, Derek. You're
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
But that's okay.
Da Vinci
By
Coded
the
us.
time we get to watching it, you'll be excited. It's great.
Nope,
Well,
he's probably
you
gonna
haven't
listen to
seen
this
it. I'm gonna
episode
ruin it
over
for
and
you
over
right
again and
now.
just get angrier and angrier.
I'll just tell him it's The Abyss and put in Titanic. You'll be none the
You're the one
wiser.
that's always saying like people like bitching about spoilers are dumb.
I'm not.
Not when it comes to him.
Yeah. This is one of those movies that it's not an awesome movie, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I would have liked more of the monster.
I would have
I was
liked.
even watching, and I checked it. There was I can't remember how far. It was like 15 minutes in when those two guys get attacked by the monster in that little thing, and it knocks over that pod or submarine or whatever it was. Then the monster didn't come back till an hour into the movie.
That's funny.
Like the third act, it
And
was
it-
like, "Here's the monster again." I'm like, I fucking forgot about the monster.
And they didn't even show him in that first attack, really.
Yeah, they should have put more of the monster in there.
did you guys think that its scale kept changing drastically?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was enormous, and then it fit in that room.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, like when it popped out, I was like, "It's tiny." It's like his little brother pissed off or something.
Yeah, they're like, it's in the room. We're like, that thing wouldn't fill this room, or that thing would fill up this room, but then it pops up out of the water.
Yeah.
And Kathleen had a funny point. Like, the whole time that lady's calling that guy McBride, I'm like, he got you pregnant. You can't even say his first name. You're still going to call him by his last name?
Remember when
I
that guy got cock-blocked by his commanding officer?
Totally.
Did that
yeah.
happen a lot in the Navy?
Yeah.
You got cock-blocked by your officer all the time?
There was cock blocking left and right.
Are you sexing up ladies in the Navy?
I wasn't, but
He was the cock blocker.
Wait, how long were you in the Navy?
I was
Let's not
always
get
in a
into
committed relationship. I'll kill you, motherfucker. Okay, in closing, to feed the sun god with junk food movie dialogue, we offer unto you the Quetzalcoatl.
Mine was sorry to piss on your picnic. Because I've never heard that before, and I thought, like, what a fucked up thing to do. Like, you got your nice picnic all set up, you got your, like, your plaid little quilt out there with your basket, and then you just whip your wiener out and just pee on it.
That is some cold shit.
One of my favorite things in any movie ever, forget which Cheech and Chong movie it is, but where he walks up and just stands on the side of the, like they're on the hot tub, and just stands on the side of it and starts pissing into it with all the people in it.
What was that? Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was, but goddamn, that was just like one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. My quote was, how exactly he says it, but at least you're gonna get your name in the Guinness Book of World Records. Because like two nuclear explosions in one day has got to be a record.
Poor fuck up Snyder.
Snyder. I was rooting for him the whole time.
He was their Gilligan, man. He brought the whole team down. He even killed the professor. If he could have raped Ginger, it would have been the trifecta. Okay, that is the end of Meet Your Monsters for this week. Thanks for you guys. Thanks to my friends for hanging out with me.
You sound like a Japanese guy. Thanks for you.
Much thanks for you.
Yes. And thanks to you at home for listening, Jack.
Sarah.
And Sarah.
Miss you.
Come back. Okay, if you want to follow along, I don't know that we're doing a movie next week. So yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.
Peace out.